Hey, what is happening? Snecc Escape from Tarkov, and let's make this video quick. So I recently completed General Wares as a quest by Therapist, which requires you to get your hands on 15 found in raid Tushonkas, or as they call, can of beef stew. One of the methods, which you should be doing as soon as you have the resources, is to craft them in the hideout. They require one big Tushonka, which is also a Jaeger quest, a squash, and rye croutons. These can also be found on the method, which I will show. Alright, so this is my method. Not really. Well, I pretty much just came out with it. It doesn't matter. Anyways, it doesn't matter where one would spawn. For example, I had spawned here as a scav, spawned here, spawned here. This general direction would be a very beautiful place to spawn. Here's an extraction here, here, and here. Getting one of these is actually very good, especially if you're running night. You would have very good access to both of them once you're done with the run. So let's pretend we spawn over here. I would just run through about here or through here. This is a medical. This is basically for my personal use. That doesn't really matter. So there is one case, two cases, and three cases in the underground area that can spawn a bunch of food along with other loot which you can, hoard through. And on top of right here, as you see this, there are two more big crates with rations and a medical case that's for personal use. And inside right here there is a bunch of just standard food spawns which you can find Tushonkas. I'll show you some clips later. So what I would just do is, either if I'm at this general location and I got a good bag, obviously I'll loot this AO, and then from here I will move to here out in the open. I have not gotten shot here, but keep in mind we're a scav. After that we're gonna go out in, loot this entire area, go downstairs and hit up these three. And if I spawn right here, we can extract here. This run usually just lasts me about anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. And we could find the raw ingredients for the craft, or we could get anywhere from 1 to 5. This is also a method if you need cigarettes for the quest Bad Habit. Now, if you are a PMC, you see all these yellow dots? These are all spawns. That pretty much gives you the same run, except I would avoid this area. And I would just, let's say we spawn here. I just go here, loot this, loot this, loot this, loot this entire area. And then I make my way to downstairs area, or I cut through into right here. After we do that, we go on the downstairs and then we extract at D2. D2 will pretty much always be open because there's a lot of players who just like to rush the underground area because of the raiders. So about 8 times out of 10, by the time you're done with this run, if you're feeling spicy, you can also loot these three. Alright, now let's showcase some of the scav runs that I've completed, so it's a much better understanding. We spawned at, looks like Cahill's. Spotted a player scav, but because of the scav karma, pretty much just avoid PvP with each other because of the negative bonuses. That doesn't matter right now. Let's continue with the run. Alright, fast forward a bit. We enter here, and all of these shelves, like these counters, pretty much everything here can spawn food. So I go ahead and check all of these. We enter the kitchen. These shelves spawn lots of food. These also drawers. Same goes for here. We obviously check the jackets for keys. Sometimes you find a mill key. Come into this area, there's a dead scav. Dead scavs also have a loot table to drop food, so we check him for obvious reasons. Looks like this area is cleared up, so let's go visit the downstairs area. Before we go to that area, we're gonna check all of these little rooms inside here. This one has a ration supply crate, and it appears to be looted by PMCs from before I spawned in. Sometimes here you would find rations on odd placements, but they are quote-unquote rare, so it'll be much difficult to find. And on the left side of this little corridor here, there are also 2 of these rations, in case you didn't know, which right here we obviously pick up the things we find as valuable. And here's the second crate. Afterward that, we can pretty much just modify this run so it's much more faster. I did loot a few mechanical, that doesn't matter. Now we're heading towards this helicopter area. You see where this forklift and this truck is, there are 3 more chests, not chests, crates. 2 on top of the truck are ration crates, and the one below is a medical. By the way, I don't believe that these spawn quote-unquote empty because of the tremendous amount of loot that it spawns. I think if you do actually find an empty crate, that means it's been looted. Otherwise, it's like very uncommon. So if you're scavving in and you're checking these crates and there's nothing inside there, just know that somebody was here. Alright, so this would conclude this one run. It doesn't matter why we go here. There's a bunch of mods on the floor. For example, these 2 I found. This is a clip from yesterday. I sold both of them for about 90k each, respectively. So let's go ahead and go towards the extract now. One more tip: if you spawn K-Hills, this vehicle right here has also a ration supply crate, so be sure to hit it up. As a scav, you might have to realize that not every run would be successful, because when we came here, we have discovered that crates are already looted. And the very last method of trying to get Tushonkas is to just get them whilst you're playing the game, like pretty much usually everybody else does. This is possibly going to be the better method, unless you're way ahead of quests and you need to complete this one, but it is to each individual perspective. The way that I got mine is half of them I got through playing the game, and the other half is just through crafting, and I did some of these for the remaining. But as I don't like to spend money on the flea market, I like to make money on the flea market, I pretty much just got myself the better deals, and this would be the best deal just to get it while you play. That is all. Thank you for watching.